Last time on What's Your Damage?
I don't believe the Archdiocese is done with that Dragonborn. And he begins to walk towards you. And as he does, he is scraping his long sword against the porcelain tile. You see that mask start to glow a very bitter gold. And
he's not chilly.
And you feel on your body, it feels as if you are being branded. Nectis is gonna take even with you, Jorrix. She's gonna launch a javelin at him. However, it goes so wide that it almost like goes into the area that you guys fought out of. And actually, as it sails in there, you hear like a horrific sound.
Glurk?
It goes glurk. As you go into where the glurk happened. And as you turn the corner, you see what seems like a swarm of imps and devils coming up. And as this swarm is erupting from the ground, you see in the center a very dapperly dressed man who almost looks like America's favorite talk show host, Conan O'Brien. And he looks at the Orthodox and he says, "Oh, it's been a while since I've killed one of you. I don't suppose you would know where the girl is." He swings his giant sword. The talk show host just clasps it between both of his hands.
Ooh.
And he says, "I'm going to go see your bosses right now." And disappears.
So as we're running, Okaat notices that Jorrix is getting attacked. So she lets her hair down.
Oh, nice.
Her horns are showing.
Okay.
And in Infernal, she yells, "Hey, fellas! Come and get it!"
As you guys are kind of waiting for Okaat, you see an unfamiliar sight to you. You see a bunch of elven rangers behind you. And Nectis goes, "No offense, but who are you guys?"
Were you here to get Finch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're probably on the same side then. Probably.
We're
Reunite?
No, husband.
Oh, Terren.
Yep.
Cool. Let's go back to Stendhal.
Oh, you guys looking for a moo cleric?
What about, when you rub your feet on the carpet and then you touch somebody? Is that Thor too?
A little bit.
I'm full of fish cakes and I'm ready to kick some ass.
Come with us.
Get out.
Get out.
Go.
Get out now.
Okay, you
Go into the cribs. I don't know.
Is there any creme brulee left?
There's one here.
So you guys get to the elven archers' horses, and they load you guys all up, and you guys hit the long lonesome trail back to Stendhal.
Hooray.
So it takes you about
Success, kinda.
So it takes you about 3 days to get there.
We're all not dead, so that's success in my book.
Yep, it's close enough.
And as you arrive in Stendhal, the archers are like, "So what? So we should have talked about this sooner, but nah. What the hell was going on in the? Just don't ask." Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Orthodoxy before?
No.
Well,
They're terrifying.
yeah, I don't know the full parameters around it, but apparently it's a sect of Palor that was outlawed by the Blue Knight, but they're still around.
Yeah.
Truly unfortunate, they say.
Yeah. They wear gold masks. Don't look in their eyes. It's bad.
That's good to know.
Do you know about devils?
Yes.
Do you hate them?
I'm not particularly fond.
Well,
Okaat
they
pulls her
love
hair
them.
back up.
They seem to love those devils.
Wait, the Orthodoxy does?
I think. He seemed mad when we killed some.
No, he said thank you for that, but he really wanted Finch.
He wasn't being sarcasmic.
Not this time.
He did not have a sarcasm.
Oh, God. I feel like the elven archer just takes a drink and just is very quietly taking this in. Because it's been 3 days of you guys just doing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Jorrix, remind me what sarcasmic means.
Well, first is actually sarcastic. So if you say sarcasm, people are gonna make jokes like Okaat just did. But It means when you say something that you know is a lie in a joking way. Or sometimes in a mean way. Depends who's doing the sarcasm.
How do you know which one it is?
Well, like
That's
Here, I'll
like
give
how do you
you-
know if a person's good?
I'll give you an
Well,
example.
that's easy. I
give
do
you-
the right thing.
I'll give you an example. Like if I were to say, Jorrix, that was a great explanation. That seems sincere, right?
Yeah, because now I know what sarcasm means, but I don't know if it's mean or nice.
Well, I was trying to say it nice, but if I went like, oh, Jorrix, that was a great explanation. That sounds more mean,
It
right?
can be both. You
Yeah.
know, you gotta listen to
It's
the
the tone.
tones, the sort of the end.
But Okaat's mad a lot, so how do we know she's not just mad and saying things?
Listen, if you're gonna be a sheriff, you're gonna have to be able to tell these sort of nuances of someone's lying or telling the truth or what they mean behind the words. It's like it's like words that are underneath
subtext.
the words. What?
Subtext. Yeah, words under words.
The words that aren't said.
Exactly. Subtext.
Hey, Burke,
Well, he's a smarter guy than I
as
am.
my deputy, do you want to be my honorary subtexter?
Yes, I don't. Well, what are the duties?
Well, if someone's saying something, you're like, they're mad, or, oh, they're sarcastic or sarcastic.
Oh, and
Sarcastic.
just help you figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sometimes I know, but when I
Most
don't,
of the
I'll be
time,
like, hey, Burke,
no.
is she mad or sarcastic?
Don't feel bad about asking.
You can pretty much just assume I'm always being sarcastic.
Oh, so you're never mad.
No, don't assume.
Yeah,
That's-
no, this
yeah.
is going to
I'll
be
let
confusing.
you-
Why do you stab people if you're never mad?
See, that is a good question.
Fun?
That's yeah.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah.
But not if you're stabbing bad people.
Yeah,
I do try to only stab bad people or people that startle me.
It is fun, but sometimes it's also necessary.
Yeah. Or people that
Or-
really make me mad.
Just something to
Or
do.
people that look like they deserve it.
So you guys show
Or a
up
tree.
at you guys
That's just there.
as you guys are walking and doing this, you guys arrive in Finch's shop, and
Finchy.
Oops, sorry, I'll take the horse outside. Like ride directly into it, not even paying attention.
yeah, the guards were like, we can't bring up whatever.
No.
She looks happy.
Oh.
Yeah, and Terren sees Finch and he wraps his arms around him and he looks to the elven archers who are surrounding Finch, and he goes, "Thank you again. I know that we haven't talked in a long time, but I do appreciate it." And one of the archers goes, or the main archer that you've been talking to, who has been squirrely about giving you his name.
I just call him Squirrely.
That's fair. He goes, "Well, you may not be a prince anymore, but you once were. So we will always be here for you." And the elven archers look at the four of you, and they nod and say, "Thank you again for all of your work," and they exit.
Bye, Squirrely. I'll miss you.
He goes, "I won't miss that nickname." And he walks, "But I'll miss you, I guess." I'm aloof. I know an elf.
Did they miss us, or was that sarcasm?
I think it was,
He was talking about me, so it was
Yeah.
probably sarcasm.
probably sarcasm.
Okay.
Sometimes it is hard to tell.
Yeah, sometimes it's the gray areas that we live in.
There's no gray area for Gus.
This is true. Wow. And so Terren, he was about to offer baklava to the archers, but they took off before he could. He goes,
Oh no, is there too much baklava?
"There's much too much," he says.
No, what are we going to do about that?
Or do we
I
have...
have some of this baklava.
Do you need help with the baklava? I'll take one for the team.
Yeah, and he goes to the back and he shows you, like, he has like 3 panfuls
Oh my
of
god.
baklava.
That's much too much baklava.
Yeah, there was a whole elven archer range that was coming, and I thought they could all use it, but
Yeah, they just fucked off. That was rude.
This baklava's
No, there's not too much. She was being sarcastic. This looks like a amount we can all eat easily.
It's very rich. One small bite's enough to fill a grown person's stomach for a whole day.
and he goes, "Well, if you guys want to take some for the road, please do." It travels fairly well.
Not only do I want to take some, I want this recipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys trade recipes, Bert.
Trading
Nice.
recipes. I got a couple you can look at. You like fish cakes?
Creme brulee. Creme brulee is amazing.
Yeah, creme brulee. He goes like, I'm a baker and a dessertist at heart. They're not called dessertists.
Let me turn you into my local sweet herb and wood smoked brulee. It's sweet, but also there's depth. It's a dessert, but it's more. It's a story. It's about, it's about nature and food and how it connects all of us, both of us,
He goes,
you and me, but everyone else.
I love
Also the
this.
food,
I
also the
absolutely.
environment, the world around us, the environment. I try to recreate
And he,
sounds of the woods while serving it. It's a whole thing. It's an experience.
And Terren, the key is every time you make the recipe, you have to give that spiel. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
no,
If you don't
there is.
fluff it up, people don't know how to interpret it. It's just helping people interpret the art. So I'm getting this baklava. Is this baklava special in any way?
Yeah, it is. So with the baklava, it increases your ranged attack +1.
Ooh.
Oh, I just wanted to know if it had a fancy name.
Oh, okay. It is. It
But
is.
that's also important to know that it increases the range deck.
It's actually called baklava.
Baklava. Yeah.
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 L-O-V-E.
Yeah. Yeah. Terren.
Baklava?
Yeah. Terren's baklava.
Baklava. So you
It's
pronounce that
actually a terrible
baklava.
name.
It works.
So bad.
Baklava.
He says
Whose recipe is this?
Terren's, and he goes.
Baklava di Terren.
Because it's made with love.
Yeah, and he goes, and it was
Love.
fit for a prince. He says.
Yeah, but about that, if you don't mind my asking, and if you do mind,
Baklava du France.
if you do mind me asking, you can tell me to fuck right off. But Prince? They called you Prince? Is that you're a prince?
Yeah, I was I'm one of the sons of Xerix, the leader of the Children of the Fae, and I decided to give up my royal duties to start a life with Finch.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, just I just wanted to live a simple life.
Fair. I can understand that for sure.
You make a hell of a baklava.
Thank you. You make a hell of a fish cake.
Did you make them? Do we make them now?
Sure.
Fish cakes for everyone.
What's your local fish?
It is herring.
Is it? I do like a herring.
Yeah, they're
I
pretty
have
good.
not made the fish cakes with a herring, but herring is a nice oily fish, and I think it'll be good.
So you guys have a
Tell me about the local starters.
artisanal bread.
Rutabagas, or we're talking
Oh,
parsnips? Anything?
parsnips, yams, and potatoes.
Perfect!
So you guys have a lovely night, just hanging out with Finch and his husband.
Yay.
Now, we're gonna need a lot of butter.
And he goes, "If there's one thing that we have here, it is butter, my friend."
Yes, these are gonna be good fish cakes.
You know, I almost feel like you should just hang out here for a while and like cook with these guys and exchange recipes.
And then
I am loving it. I'm setting up a pop-up in my mind right now. We're going to be serving fish cakes, the smoked brulee, wooded brulee, and I might brew up some lunar out. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
oh yeah, and then these guys can kind of go and check up on Zhao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got beat to shit, and I think I might literally be branded underneath my armor, and I am too scared to look.
Oh.
It feels like I am.
You got branded?
Uh-huh.
Do you want
Let
me
me
to
look.
I,
Can I look?
Is
Like
fine, everyone?
I grabbed your shirt at the start. Like, oh, I should ask first.
Yeah.
You good?
Personal space is fine. Yes.
Jorrix consent.
But yes, I will show this bot off.
Thank you, Burke.
I have been walking a lot lately. So, I'm kidding. We travel everywhere. My balls have traveled. Or shawls. Balls or shawls.
So rolling up the shirt to where it got branded, is the brand still there?
Tell me if it's there.
Is
Don't-
Evangeline's note still there?
Oh wow, yeah.
I am looking.
You're like a human whiteboard.
You're like a human Louis Vuitton
I
bag.
look cool, I think.
Or a dwarven
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton bag.
I have notes carved into me. I have been branded. This has all been in the past couple days.
So there looks to be one. It seems like the rest of the brands are kind of going away, but there seems to be one, especially deep one, kind of closer to his left, like near here.
There's one that feels worse than the rest. It's
Yep,
a little bit here, not so much right here,
And he motions to underneath
not so
his
much down here,
right clavicle.
but right about here.
Yeah, no, you totally nailed that. Here, you don't mind? Let me try something.
Yes.
Okay. And Jorrix tries to cast
Lesser
Remove
Lesser.
Curse.
Okay, yeah, and it goes away.
Oh, I've never done that before.
It hurt and then it felt good at the end.
I'm glad.
That was weird.
When you screamed, I thought I was doing it wrong.
Yeah, it has to hurt if it's to heal, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to see?
What are you gonna do about this note carved into my chest?
I mean, it
It's
looks
not
so
a
nice
curse.
though. It's not. Yeah, it's not a curse. It's just a shopping list.
It's just,
Isn't it in Swenyan?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. It
does
doesn't
look
make
cool.
it badass.
Swenyan is a beautiful.
Alright, let's
movie.
keep this one. Maybe we should put that brand back.
You know, I feel like that since I removed a curse might have been
Oh.
something sinister.
Oh. Okay.
So, do you guys want to go see Zhao and
That'd be
Kielan?
right in the bud.
Yeah. Before we
Yes.
leave, I just want to have like a quick talk with Terren.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So Terren is just kind of humming to himself in the kitchen, and you come in and he goes, "Oh, hey,
Yeah. And Jorrix is coming in like sort of sheepishly
yeah, okay."
and is like,
He goes, "Nice cod piece."
"That wasn't what I was." Okay. I know. The last time I left here, we weren't on the best of terms, and I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any more bad blood, and if there was, just know how I could help repay. Because I know that was a terrible. I did let your husband get taken.
Hey, you know what? There was a big, terribly scary man here. You guys tried your best, and then you guys got him back. I can't really be angry about that, right? I mean, you got to him before my old friends did. So, yes, as far as I'm concerned, we're good.
Okay. I'm glad. I was still worried because, yeah, you were really angry, and justifiably so. I mean, I would have been in your position too.
Yeah, you can understand, like, if your significant other is taken from you. Yeah, so, no, I appreciate everything that you did trying to get him out of here and trying to protect him. And I especially appreciate him coming home.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we could help, and that's all that we wanted to do from the start. But I know it's really tough to enunciate that when we're jumping through a portal escaping.
Yeah, when you guys just peace out and it's just me and him. Yeah, no, I understand. No.
But I'm glad that that's behind us, and I hope for a nice friendship in the future.
Oh, absolutely. You know, a friend of Finch's is a friend of mine.
Awesome.
Yep. Maybe one day you'll be able to call him Talk Talk, like that guy Gaius did.
George gets a little excited at that.
But yeah, so he says, I'll say that like one night he made the fish cakes and he goes like, and plus those fish cakes are A+.
Berg does know his cooking.
Yes, he does, and he certainly knows how to sell it too.
That's really that's where the recipes really shine.
Yeah.
If you could learn nothing else from Burke, learn the presentation.
The Art of the Sale by Burke T. Dwarf. So you guys are heading out to Mulhound?
I want to talk to Finch before we go.
Okay. So Finch is you see Finch and he's drawing like a schematic. And when he sees you come in, he like covers it up. He goes, "Hey,
Hey, Finch, what you up to?
you know, I am trying to understand the biology of some things, and I am trying to see if I can replicate it with, well, clockwork."
Well, there are a lot of big words. So, why did the bad people want you?
Oh, and he kind of tries to think, and he goes, "What they said is the same thing to what you guys said, if I'm remembering correctly. It's just weird. I I've been kind of in this haze. There are two timelines abutting one another, right? And he looks at you.
Okay.
And he makes this motion of like his two fingers like touching, and like, you know, they're both like trying to get into the same area. And they want the bad choice to slip on top of the good choice. And they wanted me to help them, I think, maybe figure it out.
How could you do that?
He goes, you know how, like, your friend, and my friend too, Jorrix was here, but then he wasn't?
Yeah.
Not because he left, and not because you guys left, but because there was a version of him that was here and then disappeared.
Yeah, like when Zhao was dead, but she wasn't.
Yes, exactly.
I saw that, so I understand it.
And he goes, yes, exactly that way. I think in this world now are certain things or vibrancies, a certain vibration of folk from another reality that are here, and they are wrestling with this reality. So I know that Jorrix went away, but I don't know if like all of you went away, right?
Yeah.
And if enough of that creates the conditions that need to happen for the worst timeline, then they'll slip into place.
Yeah, but how are you going to do that?
I'm not going to do that. They wanted me to see what the patterns were and to like help augment those patterns. So they wanted me to see like where things got weird. Because they had a big, what was it? They had like a big global timeline. They also had this little girl that they mentioned. They were trying to figure out like what her role in helping that was.
I think I understand. Bear with me, it's a mephomorph.
Got it.
I can sense fiends, so you can like sense weird time.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it, Gustus. Or
Okay.
Sheriff Goldhammer. Yeah.
Well, I think you can do it.
Well, thank you, Gustus Goldhammer. Sheriff
I mean,
Goldhammer.
if you couldn't, I don't think the bad people would have put so much effort into getting you. So, try your best, and I know you'll succeed.
And he'll take an inspiration point from that.
Awesome.
All right, he goes, thank you so much, Sheriff Goldhammer.
No problem. You can call me Gustus. My good friends call me Gustus.
You know what? And my good friends call me Finch.
Okay, friends.
Anybody else want to talk to either Terren or Finch?
Yeah, I feel like I owe both of them an apology.
Okay. So who do you want to talk to first?
I'd like to talk to Finch first.
Okay.
Oh, God, I was just leaving. I need to go eat some of Burke's great food.
Oh, yeah, I was just helping him in the kitchen a little bit. I think he's almost done, so yeah, get it while it's hot.
And like you can see that Finch was about to open up his drawings and then he puts them back down. He goes,
Yeah,
hi.
Sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
Dinner's almost ready.
Oh, that's such a marvelous, that's marvelous. I love that. Yeah.
And also, I wanted to say I'm sorry
For what?
for everything, for coming here, for bringing the orthodoxy here. I think maybe with those fucking marked coins.
You dropped the coins, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not, I don't have them with me anymore.
Okay.
Probably, I would imagine I left them in Mulhound
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And he goes like, you didn't know. Nobody knew. You didn't.
No, but still. And then I just, like, ran away.
Well, you tried to get me. I tried to jump through, but
Yeah.
I biffed it with a natural one.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Yeah. And he goes, and I tripped over my 2 big feet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can. No.
I wish I had been able to help more, and I'm glad we got you back.
Well, yeah, and he goes like, well, look at where I am right now. I'm back home.
Yeah.
My husband's in the kitchen making dessert and learning new recipes with your dwarven friend. I have Sheriff Goldhammer, or as I can call him, Gustus, giving me words of encouragement. And I have you here.
Apologizing.
Yeah. So actually, overall, and I got to see things that I wouldn't have been able to see had I just stayed here. So overall, I mean, it was hectic and scary, and there were a bunch of devils that, like, swarmed around you like you were their queen.
Yeah, it's a spell.
Nice. He goes, and he goes, so yeah, those were high tension, but overall, I mean, things came out pretty good in the wash.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you see me take my hair down?
Yeah. Don't worry, you're a human woman.
Yeah.
To me. Wink.
Yeah. I usually wear it up.
Yeah. You know, however you wear it, I support it. And if you want me to call you a person who has horns, I will call you that. Or if you'd prefer to be undercover as a human, I will call you that too. Either or, it's your decision.
I mean, the way things are right now, I think it's better to stay undercover.
Then I am glad to know my human friend Okaat. And he winks at you.
Thank you, Finch.
And like, I want to get this.
I really want to get a haircut.
I'm sure you'd look stylish in that. I also want to like point this out. Like, he has pince nez glasses, but they are way too small for like his big dragonborn eyes. So it's like basically his pupils have to find the exact right alignment.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. How do we do this? How do we figure out this timeline thing?
He goes, you know, I have a couple of ideas.
Did you get any clues while you were there? I know you weren't there for very long. But...
I know that there has to be... I know that we can help things out if we have access to the lost libraries of Sueño. I know that there is a cleric somewhere in Red who's it's been rumored that he has access to it, but I don't personally know him.
I think I might actually know him.
Yeah?
He might actually be a really good friend of mine.
Well, that would be helpful.
Yeah. And if not, I know somebody who might know more about the libraries.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that would certainly be helpful.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know her too. You know Zhao. Duh.
Yeah. Oh, Zhao knows about that?
I mean, she's from Sueño.
Is she?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, she and Gaius are from Sueño.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. And he's kind of dumbfounded.
I feel a little weird about maybe they were keeping that a secret. I don't know why they would if they're close with you, though, but, like, it's weird that you don't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Good.
Yeah.
Then I can talk to Zhao.
Yeah.
Yeah. That will help me figure out things.
Yeah. Maybe let me talk to her first, because I'm going to have to, like...
You blew up her spot?
I kind of did,
Yeah. She seems pretty even-tempered.
Yeah. Like, she's so nice. It's weird.
Yeah.
Almost like she's gonna betray us.
No, but yeah, don't apologize. Things turned out the way that they turned out almost the best possible way.
Almost. Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you for the flute, by the way. I know I bought it, but
Yeah.
I'm real excited to go see Treble Bass.
Oh, I bet it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a show. There's a really interesting show at a certain point where there's a bunch of dragons in a swarm.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds
Terrifying?
dangerous.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is.
Cool.
But it's very cool.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like going to a monster truck show.
Yes.
Monster cart show.
Yeah, Mario Kart show. He goes, yeah, but yeah, no, I think you'll enjoy it. If you can get some thread there, they are pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Do you know Tim Gann? Have you met Tim Gann?
Oh yeah, Fine Taylor.
He made your suit, right?
Well,
no, Gaius did.
yeah, but he's
One day.
he's reputed far and wide. Tim Gann.
Yeah, well, I mean, he made these duds.
Oh, that's why you guys are especially stylish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. But yeah, he told me that if I brought back some thread from treble bass, he would make me something cool.
Ooh,
Yeah.
well, you'll have to show me when that happens.
Yep, I'm excited for it.
Absolutely.
Thinking maybe a cool shawl like Zhao has.
Oh.
Like just a little homage. Not like to copy her, but just to be like, yeah, to copy her, actually.
Oh, well, I'm sure that she would love that.
Imitation is the sincerest
His form of flattery.
right?
Right.
I hope.
Yeah, no, she'll be flattered.
Cool. All right, well, thanks.
No problem. Thank you. Do you want to talk to Terren?
Yeah.
Okay. You see Terren, Burke. Is anybody like trying to get sneak off of the bite of the food that those two are preparing?
If it's the creme brulee, I am super sneaking.
Burke,
So
are-
much so that
I
I'm going
got the
to
creme
roll a
brulee, I got the fish cakes, and we have some lunar ale over there, and I have some fresh seasonal, just root vegetables and regular some locally sourced greens, lightly dressed.
So yeah.
17 stealth to steal a creme brulee.
Okay. Let's see if
You don't
Terren.
have to steal it. It's free to you.
why
You're
sneak
my
it?
friend.
Yeah. No.
It's
It tastes
weirder
better
if you
if I
sneak
sneak
it.
it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he caught me if he's telling me that.
Yeah. Weirder that you're sneaking it.
It's what I do. It's
I
fun.
have an eye on everything
Yeah.
when I'm in the kitchen.
You are
Not
very
at other
perceptive.
times.
What's Okaat and what's Jorrix and Gus doing? Is everybody's like gathered in the kitchen now?
I'm just waiting for the food, like
Are you
a
si- are you-
normal dwarf.
Are you like sitting at the table like with fork and knife, just like like trying to whistle to yourself?
Oh yeah,
Got a
you
napkin
got a
tucked into
friend
his
in
armor.
me. I'm excited for this meal.
Yeah, I'm at the table too with Gus, sipping a lunar ale.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And Okaat sneaks in and tries to get the creme brulee, and like,
Burke just like smacks her hand with a spoon. I
Yeah.
feel.
and Terren kind of sees this, and
I had to try.
yeah, he goes, no, yeah, of course, it's. What's better than a stolen pie, stolen freshly baked pie on a windowsill, right?
Exactly.
Right. And he's like kind of whistling, and he looks very happy.
A freshly stabbed pie. Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
You know me so well.
You're the best, Okaat.
Oh, you are drunk. Ooh, buddy, maybe you want to slow down on the ale.
But it's so good.
It is
And we
good.
haven't had downtime in a while.
Yeah, and now you like me, so you know what? Drink up. Drink up.
To Okaat!
So while we're all cooking side, but like I'll join in and help with the cooking.
Okay.
And while we're kind of cooking side by side, I turn to Terren and I'm just like, I said this to Finch already, but I need to say it to you too. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, you don't have to apologize. The only thing that you have to do is hand me that whisk.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you. So you're apologizing for getting my husband back? That's weird.
Yeah, more apologizing for losing him in the first place and calling the orthodoxy down upon your heads and the marked coins and, then just cowarding out through the door that to be honest, I thought you guys were going to be right behind me. And
Boy,
that didn't work out.
he's an imposing dragonborn, but man, is he clumsy. Oh man, you should see how many times he runs into the bed when he's trying to get to sleep. He just gets so sleepy.
Oh.
Yeah, and when he doesn't have his pince nez on or his glasses on, just blind as a bat.
Not much of a dancer, huh?
No, in fact, I have to kind of like put my feet on top of his feet.
Oh.
It's a fun time. It's also weird sometimes, but
Yeah,
he's big enough and I'm light enough. Yeah.
You guys are a great couple.
Well, after 30 years of marriage, one would hope that we would have gotten into practice.
Oh, you're just getting started.
And you hear from the back like, oh, you hear,
Oh, beans.
yeah, just started, damn it.
And back to cooking.
Yeah. All right. So you guys have a big meal and you guys have a good time, and they actually have enough room for the four of you to each have your own beds. And you guys set out for
Mulhound in the morning.
Yeah. All right. Do you fast travel or do you just like go there?
Yeah, let's just go.
Okay.
I have learned to use my ball of fast travel wisely.
We go
sparingly.
Yes, smart thinking. We go back with the horses from Mulhound that we took before.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Thank you, Jorrix.
Here they are. You kept them, Terren?
Yeah. You guys left your voucher here, so you guys should just return that to the stable.
Thank you.
Yeah. They were getting a little worried.
It has been like a week.
Yeah. Oh, well, time, right?
All right, giddy up, Thraw.
All right. All right. So you guys head on out, and you guys get to Mulhound, and you see Quixus at the gate, and he's about to ask, and he's like, nah, and then he just lets you guys go in. As you get there, you get to the main area, and it is available to you.
Yay!
So the Swenians now are like, they are starting to pick up the language that you guys use. So like you'll hear like a random like hello, and they're trying like really hard to say it in your tongue. And they like. And like when they see Burke, because I think like Burke made a huge impression the first time you guys were in Mulhound.
Oh yeah, that's how he got the fish cakes.
Yeah,
carousing.
Yeah, so they're just like
goddamn hero.
Yeah, they're like, and they just like smile broadly to you and wave.
I just wave back. I smile and wave back. Not make it more complicated. They're doing a good job.
Okaat feels like maybe she should start learning some Swenian. I think I'm going to work with Jorrix on that.
Okay, that sounds good. And as you guys enter Zhao's keep, you see one of the attendants there, and he's like looking at you, and he looks at Jorrix, and he goes, "Oh, Zhao just got here." Also, he looks at Burke and Gus, and then he looks at you, Jorrix, and he goes, "There's been notes for the two of them and you."
Oh. Okay.
Notes.
Yeah, there's...
And does he say, I don't think he understands. He goes,
He just sees Okaat look sad.
Oh, she's asking if she got a note too.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you didn't get a note.
Yeah. Who honestly, who the hell would send me a note?
I don't know who
Everybody
sent
I
me a
know
note.
is
I think
here.
It's hilarious if you didn't get one. I love it.
And
Thanks, Burke.
I'm sorry. It's a little thing.
I mean, you gotta take your
Don't
victories.
feel really bad, but feel a little
Jorrix, she
bad.
said everyone she knows is here. That's sarcastic, right? Oh, yeah.
Well, everyone who likes me.
I think maybe.
Everyone who
she
doesn't
needs
want to kill me.
and he hands the notes to the two of you, and to Burke and Gus, and one to Jorrix, and he goes, actually, and Zhao has just gotten back, and she's in the planning room, he says, which you know is downstairs, like close to the where Kielan's being kept.
Okay.
And he goes, the note for those two, and he points at Gus and Burke. They were like mean.
Ooh, that's not good. You guys might want to hold off reading your note for a little bit.
Why?
Apparently some people had some not nice things to say.
Well, I should know what it is.
Okay.
I want to read my note.
All right. You open the note, and it's written in Dwarven. Burke, the dwarf, and Gustus Rusthammer. And what you see is a note with an event in Mount Quarg for a wrestling event. And it says, "We will break the mountain boys."
Burke, you see this?
What?
People think they can bring down the mountain boys.
Oh, this is an empty threat. No one can bring down the mountain boys unless they grab me.
It's your weakness.
And then my weakness is being grabbed.
This
Don't
sounds-
tell anyone.
It sounds like people are challenging our backdoor yard backyard wrestling
Backyard wrestling.
challenge title.
I'm feeling less bad about not getting a note.
This challenge shall not stand, or it shall stand, and we shall meet it. One of the two.
We're gonna show them why they call the mountain boys The mountain.
Because we're from the mountain. Clearly. It's very literal.
Jorrix sort of goes to Okaat. I thought it was like a deeper meaning than that.
No.
Not just.
We bring the pain of the mountain.
Yeah, we're
bring
from the
rock.
mountain.
Think about an avalanche. The most destructive force known to the mountain.
So is the avalanche your biggest weakness?
No, the avalanche is
That's
the
our
power
biggest
that's our strength is the avalanche. We're like an avalanche. We're coming at you.
It's a mephomorph.
You can say a word too. We're all having a good time. But these guys are not going to be having a good time when we bring down the mountain of pain. The mountain of pain!
Oh, man.
My new moniker. Mountain of pain.
Mountain of Pain and the Gold Hammer.
Oof. Yes. Yes! Rebranded, new Mountain Boys, Mountain of Pain, Gold Hammer, bringing it down. Just say when, just say where, we're gonna be there!
It says both those things.
And be square.
I thought it was a wrestling ring. Or is it
box.
wrestling a square?
The square's the ring! You're gonna be boxed in.
You're gonna have to
You're
come
gonna
watch
see
if you
nothing
don't
but
understand.
elbows and stars, little Tweety birds around your head.
And you see like Zhao kind of pick her head up as she comes out from the bottom and she goes like, am I hearing this right? Are the mountain boys going to ride again?
You know it. Saddle up!
And she goes, well, I'm going to have to go to that. Like, I hope you guys don't mind. I have to kind of just watch you guys.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
of course,
I wanna
of
see
course.
it too,
All our mountaineers better be there. With their support, because that's who we're doing it for. It's not about us. It's not about the mountain. It's about the mountaineers. When the mountaineers come crashing down around you, you're going to be buried alive.
Oh, God, turns
There's
to
no breath. There's no hope. There's no light. Underneath the mountain of pain. And the avalanche of the mountaineers. And Goldhammer.
Yeah.
Goldhammer's there too.
Are we the Mountaineers?
Every one of you's got a little mountaineer in you.
I think the Mountaineers are their fan club.
And you see like a
They're more than
Zhao's,
a fan club, okay?
It's a community.
A support base.
you see Zhao's shawl starts to like read Mountaineer in Swenyan.
They're like our legs. We don't stand at all if we're not standing on the mountaineer's shoulders. They would lift us up because we're short.
And she goes, well, I'm glad to hear that the mountain boys will ride again. Do you guys want to talk to Kielan?
I'm all hyped up.
Yeah, I'm hyped up. You guys can do that.
I gotta go eat. I gotta go punt a tree. In half, probably.
That's good luck with that.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to Kielan. Yeah.
Okay. Are you going Jorrix, or are you like just hyping up with the mountain boys?
I'll go down too, and as I'm going down, I'm going to read my note. But I don't think it's going to hype me up nearly as much.
Yeah.
Did I get a separate note, or that was my
That was for the two of you.
for the two?
As you guys are all following Zhao down to the cell where Keelan's being held, you see Jorrix, you open it up, and it's in a very fine script. And you see the note reads, to Jorrix the cleric, I have gotten word from a little friend that I think you are also mutually acquainted with, a stand, far, that you had to make an awfully large choice. I don't envy you this choice. However, I would like to talk to you about it and perhaps be of comfort if you need it. Come visit me in Bartle if you have the chance. Best wishes, Castile.
I didn't say aloud anything because I know I think I'll feel bad.
That's fair.
And then just P.S. If Okaat's there, tell her I say hi.
What the audience doesn't see is Jorrix put it into his breast pocket, but
Guiltily tucking the note away.
yes, but
Saying nothing.
thinking to himself, At a later date, when Okaat isn't as sad about not getting a note, he will tell her.
And when you guys get there, you guys go to the bottom, and actually, Zhao kind of stops before the interrogation room, and she actually just like gives the both of you a hug, and she says, "It's really good to see you. I've missed you both." And
too.
Yeah.
and she puts her shawl on, and she goes, "I've talked to him a little bit. I don't know if I can handle it right now.
That's fair.
So I'll be outside if you need me. Of course, I will be there." And you guys go in,
All right. Yeah, let's do this.
and she opens from her spot, she opens the door, and you see Kielan there, and he is in the very corner of the room, and he is just kind of like rocking to himself. And he looks at the two of you,
Kielan, buddy, how you been?
and he is just stone cold quiet as he has a sort of 1,000-yard stare at his face. In his eyes, I should say.
How's the cell?
He just keeps on making a ticking sound.
Boy, that is really irritating. I walk up to him and I sort of squat down in front of him. And I look him right in the eyes so he can't look away. And I'm like, where is Namla?
And he looks at you and he goes, What time is it?
2:45. Where is Namla?
I'm trying to help you out here. If I know the time, then I can tell you where she is.
Does her location change over time?
I need to. So, what day is it and what time is it? And I can give you a better.
Why don't you tell me just where she is? Why don't you tell me her schedule?
It changes enough and it is vague enough that I was able to see it when I had access to time, so I'm trying to remember it. It isn't a set. They would not be so silly as to make a set time.
Okay, well, let's start there. Who's they?
My employer.
Yes, we've covered that. Who is your employer?
Zenthel.
Zenthel. I assume Jorrix is writing this down.
Yeah, you just see Jorrix like with a scribe table behind her, looking up from his glasses. Yes, Zenda, how do you spell that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Zendel.
Zenthel.
Zenthel.
He goes, shadow leader of Archdiocese.
Shadow leader of the Archdiocese. Interesting. Okay. So, I assume the Blue Knight doesn't know about this?
Mm-mm.
Yeah?
And he starts to like just shake his head a lot.
Okay, we won't talk about that anymore. What do you know of the Orthodoxy?
Hounds.
They have hounds or they are hounds?
Hounds.
Okay.
Okaat, if you want to know about Namla, it might be worth syncing him back with time just for right now. If you don't want to know right now, we can always circle back later.
Yeah.
He does look pretty beat up.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Kielan, but given what you've done, I can't give you actual access to time.
And
Ever again.
as you say that, he laughs long and hard. And you can see that as he's laughing, there's a kind of madness taking over his eyes.
Okay, I think we're done for today. What do you think, Jorrix?
And he says, two opposing forces acting in harmony, the acts of malice. I wonder how the lost king will react. My, the queen looks so bright. Her dress takes wing. The night of the failed peace, a new order, ascendance. There is no future. There is only two nows. Hello, Oni. Zhao, you look so pale. Castile encased in blue and dying. Hello, Odin. Hello, Yorda.
Jorrix is furiously writing all this down. Verbatim.
Okay.
In a shorthand that Burke cannot comprehend.
I have not figured it out. I didn't create it, however.
And he continues to laugh.
Okay. Sit tight there, buddy. We're gonna go.
Yeah, hang in there. I say, assuming I'm the last one out.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Yeah. Woof.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Damn it. Can you unjinx me? I have things to say.
Okay, unjinx.
I did not want to pay for that Coke. So it seemed like, I didn't want to say it in there, but it seems like we got actually some good information. We definitely know that the Blue Knight wasn't in on it, which is a relief for me.
I'm sure, yeah.
And then on top of it,
There's a shadow organization running the Archdiocese, which explains all the fuckness.
yeah,
Fucked upness? The fucking and the upping of the ness.
precisely. But yeah, the fact that Kielan mentioned the Orthodoxy as hounds leads me to think, and then just based on how single-minded in their purpose they were when we were
Yeah.
fighting them, they're not the masterminds
No.
by any stretch.
Yeah, they might be like mind controlled or I mean, they're not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something wrong there. And then
Deeply, deeply wrong.
it definitely sounded like the ramblings of a madman there, but he definitely said some words I knew and people I knew that he shouldn't be aware of,
Right.
to my knowledge.
Like Oni?
Yeah, Castile. I don't know how familiar he is with him.
I suspect. Okay, so I remember when we first brought him here, and he was trying to taunt me the way that he taunted you and Zhao,
Yeah.
and he said something about my sister. I think he was at the Von Ter Manor.
Really?
I think so. How else would he know that? Because what he said
Yeah.
was, he talked about them taking my sister away and how he could have slowed down that moment. Not stopped it, mind you, so fuck that guy. But I think he was there.
Yeah,
I
he
think he-
totally could have been.
Had to have been there.
But he may have been. And something else that just sort of struck me was like, with those ramblings, it sort of sounded like he was talking about the future almost, because it was prompted after you said, "I'll take away your time," and then he just went into some hysterics.
Yeah.
We might want to chat with Zhao, see if any of these words mean anything to her.
I'm curious about Yorda. That's a name I did not recognize.
Yeah, and they said something about the queen, and that
Yeah.
can't be good. We should probably get Shalaban's advice on that.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, good thing I was taking diligent notes the whole time while you were playing bad cop.
I do appreciate that.
What's Gus and Burke doing?
I've asked Quixus to throw rocks at me for training.
Okay, and Quixus is like, okay, so you just want me to throw rocks?
Yeah, if they hit me, I get stronger. If they miss me, I get faster.
Do you want me to overhand or underhand?
Overhand.
Overhand, I get extra stronger. Underhand, I get extra fast. I got too excited. I spoke too fast. Overhand all the way, buddy.
Slinging at him.
And he goes, "You're fine with this."
Yeah.
He loves it.
Hit these muscles. Wait, you might hurt your hand.
He goes, "Okay," and he picks up like a pebble. He's like, "This size?"
You can pick up a heavier
That's not
rock
even
than
a
that.
stone. That's not even a rock.
I said a rock, not sand.
Sand's tiny.
and he goes, "Okay," and he picks up like handfuls of rocks. He's like, you're not gonna punch me, right?"
You can fit more than one in your hand. It's not a big enough rock.
And he goes like,
Bigger.
and he goes away, and he gets like a rock that fits his hand. He's like, "This?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay." And he throws it at you. I'm gonna make an attack roll on you, I guess. Boy, he got a natural 20.
Okay. And then I want to just roll con to endure it.
Okay, do it.
That's a 19 plus 3, 22.
Okay, so Quixus, who's like a fairly thin man, throws it as hard as he's ever thrown anything in his life, and he's like feels such pride as he throws it. However, Gustus just kind of almost rolls his eyes a bit as he puffs out his chest, and like the rock breaks on his breaks on him, and Gus and he's like, "Are you made of stone?"
Mountain boy! Made of the mountain!
wolf would say.
And then
Punch that tree in half yet, Burke?
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm bulking up. I'm eating more fish cakes.
getting those gains.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I need the ATP.
And then we cut to inside Zhao's study, and she's like looking at this. She's watching like Quixis throw a giant rock, and she's like, "Have you guys seen this? Like, is this what they do all the time? Is that how they train to be hardy?"
I guess.
I mean, we've never seen them in full Mountain Boys mode before.
Man, they are just wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Show me to a medium-sized tree.
And like you can see, Quixis is kind of like he's like kind of stretching out his arm. He's like, because you can see that the 20 like really took it out of him. And he's like, okay, sure. How big?
Medium to medium, something I can punch, you know?
Okay. And he goes and he shows you like a little orchard with like a medium-sized tree.
Pick a tree you hate.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's good because fruit will come out of it and I can turn it into a cobbler. or a compote maybe for breakfast. I don't know. Maybe
Looks
some
like-
preserves.
Looks like Burke is punching us up a dessert.
And Zhao goes, I never would have guessed that would be a phrase I'd hear in my life.
Yeah.
You've heard method acting before? He does method cooking.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's an impressive
It's
dwarf.
important to feel the connection to the plant, and the violence that I do to it is only to the limit that I feel is necessary to collect the fruit and to prove my strength.
I feel like Burke is explaining this to Quixis as we're having this conversation.
Yeah. And Quix is just like nodding his head. He's like, yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Now, don't try this ever because only mountain boys can do this.
He goes, and I'm no mountain boy.
You break your delicate little hand.
I am a guard. I'm not delicate.
Looking delicate from where I'm standing down here. Punch.
And so, like, yeah, you can see that Zhao's just like kind of enraptured by this because it's so strange to her.
Yeah.
But she likes it.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the Mountain Boys.
Yeah. And she goes, "What do you?"
Strange but delightful.
And she goes, "How did the Kielan interrogation go?"
Man, I can see why you didn't want to be there. He's cracked his nut.
Yeah, I think we might have pushed too far on that. I need to like bring him back so that he's like sensible.
Yeah.
And I think he may have actually broken. When Okaat made a little jab at him about, not a literal jab, but a metaphorical jab about him not having access to time again.
I didn't make a jab. I just said I can't, because I can't give him access to time based on what he used his time powers to kill everyone.
Totally reasonable.
I'm not doing that again.
When she did that, he just sort of snapped for a minute and just went off spouting seemingly gibberish, but with a lot of, it sounded almost like soothsaying.
Really?
Yeah, here, I wrote it down. Does any of this mean anything to you? And then I repeat verbatim the monologue he gave.
Okay. As you repeat it, she kind of goes, "The axe of malice. I mean, the Mountain Boys would be familiar with that. That's Bazarak's axe. It's the one that killed Alanor, the leader of the Blade Singers. You would know about that."
Right.
You told her, right?
Because of yeah. Well, I told her that I was raised by Evangeline.
Yeah. And so she goes, "Why would he say the acts of malice? That's strange. The night of the failed peace, that's the night that the ceremony of colors takes place.
Right.
So that's a big moment, and that's when the prismatic queen is going to step down.
Right.
Her dress takes wing?
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I don't know what that means." And she goes, "I look so pale. That's unfortunate."
I feel like that might be a reference to having killed you in the other timeline.
Castile encased in blue and dying.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Nope.
Odine? I don't know who that is.
She was somebody at the Von Terre Manor. She was one of the slaves that was like leading the resistance against them.
And Yorda, I have no idea on.
Damn it, me neither.
Two opposing forces acting in harmony? So it seems like there's...
Phoenixes? Sunfire, Moonfire?
That might be it. I don't know. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Also, perhaps like there's two people doing undercover things that are that are
Like
not
the
working.
Orthodoxy and Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, that they're not working together, but they, even though they are opposed to one another, they are achieving the same goal, right?
I could see that. If they're both, I mean, I don't know what O'Brien's deal is, but it seems like he's not on our side.
Yeah, when devils normally aren't.
Yeah. I mean, it's complicated for me, but
Yeah.
but you know,
That's a normal.
I've dealt with it. It's fine. I'm over it.
He goes, but she,
Over it.
and she goes, but I don't know. Cass, Zhao, you look so pale. And she kind of looks at her shawl and she goes, no, my colors are still vibrant. Maybe that is about my death.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there may be something in there, but I also don't think we can take it too seriously. You know,
yeah.
he's not connected to time. He's not telling the future.
And as you say that, Okaat, Gus, you're still by Quixis by the main area.
Oh, great.
Okay. You see a bard, which you know in Galea are kind of like the relayers of news. And he is coming up to you in a huff. And he's like, dwarf? Oh, you would know about this really well then. And he straightens up and starts to play the lute. And he begins to sing a song to you about how in the Prismatic Nation, which you know is all to the north, in the main capital of the Prismatic Nation, there is a museum of the weapons during the Bladesinger War, right? He tells you that it has had a recent robbery, and all the great weapons from the war have been stolen, including Bazarak's axe, also known as the Axe of Malice.
Well, this sounds like the job of detectives.
And
Better figure this out. And the mountain's on the way. There might be clues in the mountain. Hey, Bard, you still punching that tree?
I'm getting ready to. I'm going to do it soon.
Before you do, there's this Bard talking about something stolen. And that's, you know what that means.
Clues!
Yeah.
We gotta look for clues. Where is he? Let's look. Search him for clues. Search him for.
I didn't get your name.
my name is Terren.
Tarrington.
Turn out your pockets. I'm a sheriff deputy.
And he goes, okay. And he turns out his pockets, and you just see like what is it? A shearing knife, and
Oh, he's got a blade. He's got a knife.
Oh my god.
I don't think that's one of the legendary ones that was stolen.
it's a whittling knife, I guess you would say.
Well, that'd be very bold, just
Wait a minute.
announcing to everyone weapons were stolen when you were the thief.
Do you like to whittle?
Yeah.
You like to whittle. He likes to whittle.
I whittle wood.
You whittle wood.
No, that's wrong.
You don't whittle while you make stone.
Yeah.
Stone guys.
Yeah. Can I?
Stone. Do you make what do you make? Little figures? Little figures of yourself?
No, I just make like things that I see on my travels, just like trees and fauna.
Trees?
And he goes, and also I saw this one woman. I saw this one weird elven woman recently actually close to Prismatic.
Weird like a tree.
Let me see this.
No? He
They are
goes,
weird sometimes.
Often, in my experience.
and he holds up this little figurine, and what you two can see is, as Gus would call it, it looks like a crude version of Evil Angeline, also known as Evangeline.
Evangeline.
Where'd you see her?
Close to the Prismatic Nation.
I bet she's the thief. She seems like she would steal those things.
She seems like someone who will always be around
Just
Bucky.
imagine the notes she could carve into people with those weapons.
I don't want to think about
We should
that.
stop her.
I'm gonna carve maybe a message into her elbow or something.
And he goes,
Somewhere with nerve endings.
In a shorthand she won't be able to understand.
Yeah, in a shorthand that only I don't understand.
and and then he goes,
Maybe a longhand that's more painful.
and then he goes, like, the strangest thing is, like, you know how, like, we're not supposed to, us humans aren't supposed to go into the Children of the Fae's forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went in there because, like, I hear that they have, like, the best recreational smoking things.
Wink.
Wink.
I think I know what you mean, and I am saying, let's go there.
Well, no, we have to stop.
No.
We have to go to the mountain.
No, I know. But also, we can make a little detour.
And he goes, like, they had, like, this, like, it was weird. There was, like, this one tomb that was just completely absent. Like, it was underground, and it was, like, excavated. And there was nobody there.
An excavated tomb. You know what that sounds like to me? Clue.
Maybe they were stealing dead people. What would you do with dead people and weapons?
What if a dead person came back to life and then they got the weapons and they're zombies?
Divine sense.
And you cast it on, like, and no, it doesn't ping.
Okay.
Alright.
If there are zombies, they're not
Just keep
around.
pinging every once in a while.
No, I always do. You know
I
that.
know.
And he goes, by the way, can I put my stuff back in my pockets?
Yeah, and here, add this to it. I see you appreciate art.
I do.
Some people don't understand that cooking is an art. So here is a statue of my friend, my best friend Burke,
What?
cooking in the kitchen.
No, is that wood or stone? I'm kidding, I know.
Yeah,
I was joking when we were there, by the way.
And he goes, oh, thanks very much.
and you can tell everyone on your travels you've seen Burke the Dwarf.
Oh, it looks just like me. It's got cute bumps and everything.
He cooks very good fish cake, and if anyone says, who's that, you say, it's Burke the Dwarf.
Burke the Dwarf.
Burke the dwarf.
Cooking a fish cake, and it's the best fish cake you'll ever eat if you eat it.
Also known as the Mountain of Pain.
Burke the Dwarf / the Mountain of Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's carved into the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're absolutely
But
right.
it says that, and then the other foot it says Mountain of Pain.
And he goes, well, thank you. You'll relay the information to the whole town?
You should.
Okay. And he
You
goes,
can do it in a song, and that'll make it
and Quixis goes into
fun.
Quixis just kind of like looks at Zhao, and Zhao goes, like, allows him in. You guys haven't heard this.
Right.
And she goes, well, that's weird, a bard. And
Right.
and she goes down,
We're singing.
and I hate it.
Love it.
And
That's sarcasm.
oh, somebody should tell Gus.
Outside.
Yeah. And so the bard goes in the center of town, and like the Swinians start to gather around, and he relays the same message that he relayed to our mountain boys.
Oh, right before he starts singing, I lean over to Ja really quick, and I'm like, by the way, I kind of told Finch you were Swenian. Sorry.
Oh, really? Oh, I was going to tell him, but no, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's close enough to it.
He was surprised, and then I felt weird because, like, maybe you didn't want him to know.
No,
Some other shit, and-
Gaius wanted to like tell him like the next time that he saw him, but well, he never got to see him.
Oh,
No, that's fine.
okay, cool. Can't wait for this song. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
And so he relays the information to you guys. The Museum of Weapons in the Prismatic Nation from the Bladesinger War. All of the great weapons are stolen, including the Axe of Malice, otherwise known as Bazarak's Axe.
Jorrix and Okaat look at each other when he says Axe of Malice.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Looks like there is some weight behind those words.
Oh, crow.
Okay, I think that's Hi, everybody. It's your DM, Elliot. I just wanted to tell you about a couple of cute, cool things that we have going on our website, wydpod.com. There's going to be a new tab called Stories and Songs, where I don't know if we've actually explicitly said this, but all the music that you hear is originally composed by Sadie Blake. I don't feel like we give her enough plaudits for that. So if you like what you hear on the podcast, you can go listen to the tracks on our website. Also, there's going to be stories that are sort of prequel stories to the arcs that we do. So at the time of this recording, the 3 stories that we have are from Zhao, Castile, and Alwyn/Gaia. So we hope you enjoy, and just thought we'd tell you. Anyway, hope you enjoy the show.
Check it out.
Yes.